Hey guys, it's FF4 here for the next episode of Final Fantasy IV. I enjoyed this remake quite a bit, and, well, this dungeon can be quite lengthy, if I remember rightly. It's not a bad dungeon by any means, but it does become a bit lengthy to try and navigate. This is B2 South, and if I just try to sort of figure out where I am right now. Okay, so oh yeah, see, this is where the ice rod is. This is why you can't get it before. I believe this is where how you get the ice rod. I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe this is where you get the ice rod. But there's a lot of water around here. Yeah. Now, let's go and equip this on somebody. Equipment. I'm gonna equip this on Lydia. Note it can't cast a spell. I don't think. That worries me for a future boss fight. Because they may have just made a future boss fight in this game virtually unattainable. Oh, you stupid tiny mages. I'll have you just defend. You're gonna thunder the entire enemy group here. As you can. Yeah, that's Teller's greatest ability, is that he can just one-shot the entire enemy team. Where do you gain a level? 1 intellect, 1 spirit, 7 MP, 18 health, 1 strength, 1 speed. Yeah. And Lydia learns a lot of magic quickly early on. Particularly white. Now, we're supposed to head up here. Now, there may be some extra stuff here that I missed. Probably is. But I'm trying to continue through. Because this could be just making sure this episode doesn't go too long. Now, I went from, where was it? Out from here, through there to here. Okay, now. Well, that's where you're supposed to go. There's actually a few items over here. I believe this one contains some funds for equipment. I want you to thunder the entire enemy party. You're to attack and attack. Realistically, this should wipe out nearly all the enemies. As Teller's a pretty good mage. He makes up for what he doesn't have in a lot of MP by just doing a lot of damage. Now, let me go to tab, and I'm gonna heal up. Now, I'm generally gonna have Lydia do the healing only because Teller's gonna need that magic for fighting. Unless it's in a boss fight, I'm not gonna have Teller do magic. Bomb fragment, see? Those items are gonna be very useful. Particularly if this game works the way I think it does with item uses, I might need it. These are the Gigantoads and the... Oh, you son of a... Damn it. Why magic? The sooner Teller, immediately. He needs his turn. Now these guys aren't big enough to beat the ice. Not, well, fire, like most other enemies are. Now this fight could go a little differently here if you do this in a second run. Because of some of the other abilities you will have. Yeah, I believe his thing is actually makes him immune to... I think it's either... I think it's his shield makes him immune to Toad. I believe. Toad's actually one of the more annoying stats effects out there. No, because it essentially neutrals that kind of ability to do anything. Cousin of the spell Pig. Another very annoying spell. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted trying to keep up with what I'm trying to do here. Because I'm trying to keep a good idea of roughly where I have to go. Alright, and that's... Yeah, you're gonna want those tents. Now this one is... Oops, I didn't mean to single target that spell. God dang it! This has actually just become a bit annoying, is that some spells... No, that can happen. You accidentally make a mistake with a spell and you can't cancel it. The Ice Word does help her on her attack against these enemies. Because of the Z compared to Talon. Well, he actually has decent strength. Surprisingly enough. But for her right now, it is pretty much useless. This is one of those things about the small screen of a PC. The screen on the PC. Friggin' Toad. I believe you are supposed to go this way. Or you can go this way. Oh, it is really annoying to status effect Toad. I don't understand it. It's probably one of the most annoying status effects, and I don't like it. Because it makes battles just so much slower. And it's actually probably one of my least hated thing of RPGs, status effects. Because they serve no purpose other than to annoy you. On purpose. Because they add nothing to the game you're playing. And I do mean nothing. They're there to essentially ruin your game for you. Pretty much. I've never liked them. Because the worst part is, they're there just for the enemies to neuter you whenever they feel like it. I'm gonna just head back. Fucking damn enemies. There's too many in these dungeons. I just don't like these. This is the biggest thing, and this is actually something more that bothers me in this game. The screen is on the PC. This game was poorly converted to the PC. It's treated as if it's just another game. That should have been... Its conversion is done so badly, I wish it just... But honestly, if you're gonna convert this badly, you shouldn't have converted it in the first place. That's how terrible its conversion is to this PC. I honestly... This game relied heavily on you being able to see where I'm going. Because because I'm not able to see any of the other things, right? I can't tell whether I'm hitting the wall or I'm hitting a actual or I'm moving. Right? This is actually the biggest problem. You can actually cast Toad when you are toaded. That's one of the things you can do, is you can use Toad as a cure for Toad. Can I change the settings though? No, I can't. Not here, at least. Jeez. I can't see where I am. Damn it. This game's bugged me friggin' hell out of its area. I can't see. This is the biggest problem with this setup. Don't tell me it's not. This is... I'm just gonna have to go around the other way. Okay. You see how I'm getting stuck here because I can't see where I'm going. Video's only gone for 11 minutes. Jesus. Excuse me, let me just go back a second. Oh, you sons of... Okay, this is officially the worst outcome possible right here. And I don't understand. Because, essentially, I am incapable of doing anything about it. This is important because if you run out of magic here, and this happens, Lydia runs out of magic. Okay, thank you. I'm glad you did that just before the battle ended, or else I could have been really screwed. Yeah, this dungeon, and this... Indeed, there's some definite issues that I would say with this version. The screen doesn't cover enough. Like, we should be... Okay, compare it if I actually showed you the original. It's... The DS screen will actually show you this Cecil, and will show you a great deal of the surrounding map. Yeah, and that's another problem. You practically have lost your turn when you're toaded. And you can't cure Toad unless you know Toad. Or you, or another party member. I did get a maiden's kiss somewhere, I think. I hope. Because otherwise, Teller is essentially muted. I mean, seriously, this is just... It is one of the worst things of this game. Why couldn't you target Teller? You friggin' Toad. Yeah, like I said, one of the more annoying parts of this game. And actually, I think it's one of the more annoying parts of video game RPGs in general. The status effects. I've never liked the status effects. I think partially it's because, well, they just ruin it for me. They ruin so many games. Because first off, and this is probably a very big and important point, either they work, they're overpowered for both you and the enemy, or they don't work for you, but they work for the enemy, and they just screw you over every 5 minutes. Seriously, that is how bad it gets. Yeah, now these guys, he says I'm going to attack them, but he's not going to do a whole lot. They'll still do decent, but what you need to do, and this is something that's only good for you. Now, this is the one thing that does give Whittier some problems, and this is why I tell us here. Whittier doesn't know fire. Zeus's Wrath. Now that is going to be really useful right here. Now, this may be a bit of a spoiler to some, but the boss here is going to be weak to electric. Not much of a spoiler, since I'm assuming you should know that. I may have missed an ether back there. I think I did. But I'm not going back now. Not because of these guys. There's just too many of these guys. They're going to get annoyed to shoot out at me if I have to go back. I don't want to have to backtrack. Please don't Toad Teller during this fight. I don't want to deal with Toad. There's poison. Now, the ether is the only item I will regret not. I may regret not getting. But I already have 4. That should be enough for the next area, I hope. Oh, and tab. Magic. You are gonna have to sooner Cecil. Now, there's only one more item here. This is incredibly important that you get this one. Because this is gonna be one of the most important items you're gonna get in this dungeon. And you probably won't beat the boss without it. Yes, the Shadow Blade. This is for Cecil. This is important. Extra attack, extra accuracy. This is Cecil's time to shine. At this point. This is the greatest point for him. Must travel outside for a time. Yes. That is wise, Teller. You listen to Teller. You should do that. You should. My advice is you should do that. Note, however, that you should do it only exactly before you enter the next area. The only reason why I say this is enemies will pop up. Don't worry, you can clear them quickly, but you don't want to waste. But what I'm saying is, just be warned, there will be enemies out here. You notice Cecil's doing a bit more damage with that Shadow Blade. That is gonna be, it is very important. But I think I will actually leave it here. I will use the tent. I think I will leave it here because this boss battle could cause some problems. It may take me a few tries, and I don't want this episode to go too long. I may beat it in one try, I may not. So I'm going to use a tent, I'm going to save it, and I'm going to call this an app. I know it's been a little bit boring, and there's a lot of explanation for this game. This game requires a lot of explanation because it's a tough game. I'm gonna lie, this game can be quite tough, and it gets tougher. Didn't mean to take a screenshot, sorry. Anyway, this is Shapeshifting Tree signing out. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and see you next time.